Hello and welcome to El Segundo News, where we inform you about issues and topics happening in the city of El Segundo. I'm Martha Guzman Hurtado. A major milestone takes place nearly 1 year after the county went into lockdown at the onset of the pandemic. Los Angeles County entered the red tier on March 15th, allowing for reopenings for on-site learning for grades 7th through 12th, indoor dining, movie theaters, gyms, museums, aquariums, and zoos with safeguards in place. The move to less restrictions shows that everyone continues to do their part to slow the spread of COVID-19. For more information on the sector reopenings under the red tier, visit elsegundo.org. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recently released new COVID-19 guidelines for those who have been fully vaccinated. The guidelines are you can gather indoors without wearing a mask only if you are with other fully vaccinated individuals. You can also gather indoors without wearing a mask with unvaccinated people from one household unless any of those people or anyone they live with is at increased risk for severe illness from COVID-19. In public, you should still wear a mask, social distance at least 6 feet from others, and avoid crowds and poorly ventilated areas. For continued updates and more information on pandemic health safety guidelines, visit cdc.gov. The mayor's 54th annual Good Friday breakfast is coming up on April 2nd. The fundraiser event, sponsored by the El Segundo Rotary Club, will be a virtual event this year starting at 8 a.m. This year's speaker is Dr. James J. Owens, a professor at USC and founder and CEO of the charity The World is Just a Book Away. To register, visit elsegundochamber.com and click on the Rotary Club's Good Friday breakfast registration. It's important now more than ever to take safety precautions to make sure your mail, packages, and bicycles are not stolen. Here's El Segundo crime prevention analyst Dominique Alvarez to tell us why.
Mail package and bicycle theft is often a crime here in El Segundo, so make sure you're bringing in your mail, bring in your packages as soon as they're delivered, and don't leave your bicycle unsecured at any time. Right now it's a big issue because everyone's getting their tax forms delivered to their house, and that has all of your personal information on it. So you want to make sure that you grab that personal information and secure it right away. Getting packages taken is still a crime because of COVID. Everyone's still getting their packages delivered, groceries delivered, Postmates orders delivered, so a lot of that can just be stolen. You can also get your package delivered to secure lock boxes or even have it delivered to a friend's house if you know that they're going to be home. Never leave your bicycle unsecured for any amount of time. If you are going to secure your bicycle, make sure you use multiple locks. Investing in a U-lock is probably the best lock that there is to help that. You can also register your bicycle with us at the police department. We'll give you a registration number, so if it were to be stolen and we find it, we can locate it back to the owner. Anytime you get anything stolen, whether it's your mail, packages, or your bicycle, be sure to call our non-emergency phone line and we can go ahead and make a report for you.
To find out how to register your bicycle with ESPD, visit elsegundopd.org and look in the About ESPD section. The El Segundo Fire Department is now a proud member of the Los Angeles Urban Search and Rescue Task Force 2. Fire Captain Daniel Engler has the details.
California Rescue Task Force 2 operates under the State of California Governor's Office of Emergency Services. And what that entails is anytime that there's a major disaster somewhere in the state of California, the Governor's Office can request a rescue task force to respond to assist that community in whatever they need to do to get that community back up and running. The responsibilities of Rescue Task Force 2 would be to search areas that have had significant damage, such as an earthquake, and then from there we have the capability to search for victims and extract victims and rescue them and get them onto that next level of care at the hospitals. Our firefighters are trained in low-angle rope rescue, rescue systems 1 and 2, trench rescue, and confined space rescue, along with multiple members who have been through structural collapse technician courses and courses in high-angle rope rescue. And really what this provides is it provides both the City of El Segundo and Rescue Task Force 2 with trained personnel who are ready to respond in the state of California, in our local communities, and even our local South Bay cities during times of any major disasters.
ESFD is partnering with Downey, Santa Fe Springs, and Compton Fire Departments for the Urban Search and Rescue Task Force 2. The El Segundo Community Services Department is offering a fun and safe activity during spring break. Recreation staff will lead the Spring Break Hyper Camp. The camp will consist of pods of 10 campers that meet for 1.5-hour sessions each day for outdoor games, activities, and crafts at Recreation Park. COVID-19 modifications and guidelines will be enforced. Spring Break Hyper Camp happens April 5th through the 9th. Registration is now open at esrec.org. The cost is $52 for residents with a valid recreation ID card and $65 for non-residents. For more information, visit elsegundorec.parks.org. The El Segundo Public Works Department Parks Division maintains more than 6,000 city-owned trees in places such as open spaces, parks, medians, and parkways. Here's Park Maintenance Superintendent Christopher Henson to tell us more.
We have 2 ISA certified arborists that oversee the health of these trees. We also have a small tree crew that takes care of daily trim requests, some removals, tree plantings, and restaking of trees. We also have a contracted tree maintenance company, and they take care of our large-scale annual tree trimming, along with the majority of our tree removals. Our goal is to trim city trees on a 3-year cycle, which means we're trimming probably 2,000 trees a year, give or take.
Tree maintenance does include tree removal. Look for a segment on proper tree removal in an upcoming El Segundo Media News show. For more information on tree maintenance, visit elsegundorec.parks.org and look in the Parks and Facilities section. The El Segundo Public Library is growing a very special garden. Senior librarian Christina Cora Beckerman shares how you can participate even if you don't have a green thumb.
In March and April, the themes of nature and environmentalism connect with our library's Book to Action, which is on the Nature Fix, and we have a series of great events scheduled for the community. So we wanted to bring that to the library and give them a way to participate through the library. So you can create any craft, flower craft that you like, such as some of these. But if you need some help, we also will be including crafts in our March Kids Craft to Go kits. So they'll have some ideas, you're welcome to do those, or anything else that sparks your creativity. Once you make them, just drop them off on the table on our Library to Go over on Mariposa, and we will include them in our garden throughout those 2 months. Throughout the months of March and April, just stop by Library Park, check out our windows right here, and see your contributions as well as the community's. We hope you'll help our garden grow.
For more information on the growing garden display and more details on how you can participate, call the library at 310-524-2728 or email refdesk@elsegundo.org. Here's Christina Rabelis with your Business Outlook. Christina?
Thank you, Martha. It's lights, camera, and action in El Segundo. While the pandemic has had an industry-wide impact affecting productions of all types, it did not deter NAN Studios from expanding and securing an impressive new El Segundo Creative Studio campus. NAN Studios, part of the NantWorks ecosystem of companies led by Dr. Patrick Soon-Shiong, newly launched state-of-the-art virtual production campus, presents a 24,000 square foot soundstage, 25,000 square foot of set fabrication space with a dedicated backlot, 30,000 square foot of support space, and ample parking for over 500 vehicles. The 7-acre campus will be home to Fortnite video game developer Epic Games' newest Los Angeles lab. There's also some exciting news for our local restaurants, shops, and hotels. As part of the newly revamped Reimagine, Reopen, Rediscover campaign, the city launched the Hospitality Heroes program to further support local hospitality businesses that have been impacted by the hardships of COVID-19. We're thrilled to present Tapazone, Kelly's Beach Hut, and AC Hotel as the first group of winners who were selected for their dedication and perseverance in supporting the health, safety, and vibrancy of El Segundo. Learn how they did it, then nominate your own at destinationelsegundo.com. Back to you, Martha.
Thanks, Christina. There's always something exciting happening with our local businesses. And good news for those looking for a challenging and rewarding career, Boeing is hiring.
We're growing. And we're constantly looking for talented folks to come support our team. We've been fortunate even during the pandemic to continue to bring in new business and look for new talent. So, from a community perspective, I think it's always great to add jobs and to add capability to the local community.
Interested candidates are encouraged to visit Boeing's website and search the careers section. To curb the theft of both stolen vehicles and catalytic converters in El Segundo, the El Segundo Police Department and the Task Force for Regional Auto Theft Prevention held a free Etch and Catch event on Saturday, March 6th at the El Segundo Maintenance Facility. Here's crime prevention analyst Dominique Alvarez once again, this time to tell us all about Etch and Catch.
During our Etch and Catch event, our officers were engraving the license plate number onto actual catalytic converters. We also had the trap team come out, and what they did was etch the VIN onto the front and back windshields of the cars. Both etching on the catalytic converters and on the windshields of putting the VIN is very important for different reasons. If the catalytic converter were to be stolen and we happen to find someone that has these catalytic converters, we'll be able to identify the owner and get it back to them. Also, if a person or a criminal were to go underneath the car and they see in bold letters ESPD and they see your license plate number, they're probably not going to take it. When a criminal steals the car, the first thing that they're likely to do is cover the VIN on the front interior of the car. So having the VIN on the exterior just promotes the visibility of the VIN, and again, hopefully they won't steal the car because they're going to see that the VIN is just everywhere. We hope everyone feels a lot more safe and secure the more times that we do this event. It's very important to get these engraved onto your catalytic converter and onto your windshield. We hope other agencies are able to pick up on this too, and we get all the cars engraved.
Stolen catalytic converters that are found and returned can be welded back onto a vehicle at a lower price compared to buying a new one. For future Etch and Catch events, follow the El Segundo Police Department social media pages or visit elsegundopd.org. A new transit pilot program will offer on-demand shared ride service for short trips to designated service zones in LA County, including El Segundo, at just $1 a ride. Ronnie Narula Woods, Senior Director for Special Projects at LA Metro, tells us about Metro Micro.
Metro Micro is a new ride-sharing service that we're operating from the agency. It's meant to be taken for short trips that are about 3 to 5 miles. People usually take these trips to get to work, to get to the hospital, or when school comes back to take it to school as well. So what I would do is I would be able to download the app and I would be able to actually reserve a ride in that moment in time, or I could pre-schedule it if I needed to. And so you'll be able to book that ride similar to the way you would book for an Uber or Lyft. It would be a shared ride. What it really means is that you are going to be taking a short trip in your local community, and you want that reliability of knowing when your vehicle is going to get there and when you're going to get to where you're going. We're really hoping that this becomes a service that people feel they can rely on.
COVID-19 safety protocols such as social distancing, daily cleaning, and mask wearing are observed on all Metro Micro vehicles. For more details and information on how to download the app or book a ride, visit metro.net/micro. The Old Town Music Hall has been entertaining guests for more than half a century and is unique for showing vintage silent films accompanied with live music played on a massive 1925 Wurlitzer pipe organ. Old Town Music Hall house organist and volunteer Edward Torres tells us how this beloved institution is surviving during the pandemic.
Well, as you know, we've been closed since last March. We're coming up to a whole year of being closed, but we have been really fortunate in having a lot of people donate to the theater to basically keep paying for rent and basic utilities. So that's how we've been surviving during the pandemic these days anyhow. The future plans for the music hall are basically to keep it going the same way that it's been run for the past 52 years. That is, we'll be continuing to play the Mighty Wurlitzer and continuing to show, perform music and show films from Hollywood's golden era. And there isn't a whole lot of plans to change everything, just to simply keep it going. We are still taking donations at this time. The donations really are the lifeblood of the music hall. We can't survive on ticket sales alone. So anything that people can donate is really helpful, especially right now these days. We're going to hold off on reopening for the immediate time until we can make sure that we have all the proper COVID-19 protocols and procedures in place, so that when people come here again, they will feel safe and secure and to be able to enjoy these wonderful shows again.
To donate, visit oldtownmusichall.org. Checks can also be mailed directly to Old Town Music Hall at 140 Richmond Street, El Segundo, California, 90245. On Monday, March 8th, high school seniors had the opportunity to bond with classmates in person and on campus for safe and fun non-academic events to commemorate their senior year. El Segundo High School Director of Student Activities, Robin Espinoza, tells us all about it.
I couldn't be more excited for seniors to come back. This is Senior year is the end of an era for seniors. They, in many ways it marks the end of their childhood. It's such a rite of passage, graduation, all the events that come with it. So they have to come back to campus. As activities director, I couldn't be more thrilled to have them back here, to see them, to vibe off their energy, to remind them that this is really their second home, a home away from home, and just a last opportunity for them to make memories. I think I'd just like to say how proud I am of the staff for coming out. This was all voluntary to lead these senior pods, the staff, the administration, the community. Everybody's been so supportive of these senior pods, and just really been an exciting time getting everybody back to school. And I feel like it's just a baby step back to getting everybody on campus, which we're looking forward to.
While on campus, students stayed in pods of 14 and health safety precautions such as temperature checks, mask wearing, and social distancing were enforced. The West Basin Municipal Water District is delivering 1,000 free rain barrels to eligible homes. The 55-gallon eco-friendly barrels help collect rainwater for landscaping and reduce urban runoff into local storm drains. One rain barrel can save up to 620 gallons of water per year. Normal cost per barrel is $100. For more information on the contactless delivery and to see if you qualify for a free rain barrel, visit westbasin.org/rain barrels. That's it for this segment of El Segundo News. You can also watch more city-related videos on the El Segundo Media YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Please stay safe and continue to do your part to slow the spread of COVID-19.